fact that I was used to her being on the good guy's side pretty much all of the time that we had watched it, and then all of a sudden she's just pure evil over an alternate universe in which she had kids.
Well, hey,
I don't know.
We'll talk about that never, because we ain't reviewing that. So hey, we're here live.
Yeah.
To talk about
Doctor Strange is pretty dumb.
Yeah, if you've seen Doctor Strange, here's my patent pending shittometer score for Doctor Strange. I'm gonna go
the multiverse.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness, right? The most recent one. Ooh, do I recommend it? Do I don't? I think by default, because with Marvel you have to watch everything. I'm going the absolute minimum I can, or maximum I can go here. I'm gonna go 49, but which is essentially C tier.
It's not that bad.
It's C tier.
I would give it probably like a 43.
I'd give it a 40.
Okay, it's a C tier Marvel movie.
That's fine.
There are much better Marvel movies.
Isn't this movie the movie that's supposed to like kick off this next round of Marvel?
No, Loki was that.
I thought this. Okay, well, I thought this movie. I thought this was kind of like the linchpin movie of where we.
I mean, without going too deep into this review before we do the boys here, but I mean, I think it opens up your eyes to
what's possible.
How many more multiverses are really out there? I mean, when I'm watching this thing on caption and it's like 838 Professor X, and I'm like, holy shit, how many fucking multiverses are there?
Yeah, I don't even know if it did a great job of like doing that. Like,
there's a paint multiverse that looks pretty interesting.
It did look weird. I would definitely recommend that movie for anybody who wants to trip acid.
So let's move on to something good, which is The Boys.
Like real superheroes?
The Boys is the best show on television, hands down, not close. And it's probably been the best show on television since its debut.
Yeah, and if you don't like the show, it's because you probably don't like violence or
like the gratuitous nudity and stuff.
That's fine. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it's a great show.
Yes. And it's a great show not because of those things. It's a great show for basically every other reason that shows are good. It just happens to have
along
that stuff
with those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a show where in the first episode a dude jumped into another dude's dong and then that dude exploded. So like when you tell that to somebody and then you tell them, "Oh no, but the show is actually like very well written and acted." Like some people you probably lose them like before you even have a chance to explain that to them. And now we're going to talk about an episode where somebody gets covered in bodily fluid. Yeah, I'm actually trying to because I know there are certain words that you say on YouTube that YouTube will then not it messes with the algorithm.
So what about
come cock pussy?
I guess you don't care, so that's fine.
Let's get Man Jam.
That's probably fine.
Baby batter.
That's probably fine too. But yeah, I mean, dude, that was at least a gallon. Well, let's get into it. The episode, not quite the penultimate, but the 6th episode. I can't believe there's only 2 episodes of this show left. I'm really sad. Well, not the show, but the season, I should say. Herogasm.
Here we go.
All right, bring it on.
Hello, and welcome to Three Guys and a Mic presents The Boys, Season 3, presented by Amazon. I'm your co-host, the Human Dart, along with
Jason Tsunami
and David Disaster.
Ah, man, I feel like
we did it.
Yep.
We're back to talk about great television.
Absolutely. I cannot wait to deep dive into this.
Dave, what did you think about Titanic?
Oh.
So The Boys.
Did we think it was really Homelander who sunk the Titanic? Was he there and just laser beamed the shit out of the ship?
Probably, now that you think about it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then they blamed it on the iceberg?
Can we just insert Homelander into any movie?
Everything?
Yeah, like any movie at all. Like,
yeah, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise says, "I want the truth," and he says, "You can't handle the truth," and laser beams his ass.
Yeah, or like Top Gun.
Is there anybody that you can think of?
Yeah.
That has played the borderline psychotic as good as Homelander is doing it in the show?
So Anthony Starr is the actor, and
Anthony.
I apologize. I'm sure that people make that mistake a lot. So
I never fucked that dude
because you never tried to say his name. So if honestly, if he doesn't win an Emmy for this performance for this season, it's a travesty.
He's carrying this season.
I'm telling you, you guys are missing out if you don't go watch the other show that he's on called Banshee. It's excellent.
I've heard of the show.
It's incredibly violent. It's weird, and he plays a fucking awesome character in it.
Yeah, look, if I didn't have like a million things to try to watch right now, then I would like 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. But look, if he doesn't win an Emmy for this performance, it's super dumb. But Jason, you say he's carrying the show, and like, I think everyone else is doing a fantastic job as well. I agree that he is definitely the MVP, but there's not a single character that I feel isn't like carrying their weight, right? Like, and that's rare with shows. Like, even like
I don't disagree, but like he is if you wanted to use the analogy of a quarterback, like he is
Tom Brady.
He is setting the pace. He is pushing the show at a pace that is like breakneck.
Oh, dude, it's
as far as epic shit.
Like, he is like, I would be genuinely terrified to meet this actor in person, because I think he would laser beam my face.
Yeah,
but Jason, let's not screw around. Let's jump into it.
Keep the people waiting.
Yes,
they tuned in for one thing and one thing only, and that's my reason.
What do we? I was going to say, before you said the word, I was going to ask Dave what we were jumping into to see if he could remember the word. But
dude, I was going to mess it up. I was going to mess it up real bad, too.
All right, so The Boys, Season 3, Episode 6, lovingly called Herogasm. Again, where to start? Holy crap. Homelander appears to be struggling as CEO and has put the Deep in charge of the crime department, which now has confirmed footage identifying Soldier Boy. Nina has kidnapped Frenchy, Kimiko, and ex-flame Sherry. But even without her powers, Kimiko manages to escape and proceeds to slow kill these henchmen in brutal, devastating fashion while Nina escapes. Butcher and Soldier Boy track down some more former members, TNT, a set of twins, and we are treated to the event of the year, Herogasm, an annual soup orgy. We get a quick interaction between Huey and A-Train before Soldier Boy blows away TNT, the large mansion, as well as half the guests, including favorite of the show and near to Dave's heart, Love Sausage.
He's back.
Aftermath, oh yeah,
dude, his shit got burnt up.
He's carrying that thing like, oh my god, he's in pain. In the aftermath, Homelander shows up and immediately crushes Termite. And the fight with Soldier Boy lives up to the hype. With a tempt V'd Butcher and Huey, Homelander is nearly defeated and flies away just before Soldier Boy can blast him. To close the episode, Starlight drops a pipe bomb of all pipe bombs live on social media about the evils of the seven bought Soups and Homelander. Oh, and least we forget, A-Train takes Blue Hawk for a run.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's a lot to unpack.
So I'm gonna let's go. I'm gonna make this quick. My score on the patent pending shitometer is an 8 for this episode, and I think we're good. Yep. Go ahead and watch it.
When do we start scoring episodes?
We did.
I'm not prepared for this.
We didn't ever, and I don't want to. I'm just being silly.
Okay.
Absolutely, I think this is a top 3, like minimum top 5 boys episode of its existence. It's so good, and there's not a wasted scene here at all. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, it's so good. So much happens, I feel like.
You know what's funny? Yeah. Is I'm realizing right now that I have a very different opinion of this episode than you guys do.
Oh.
Okay, let's hear it.
Look, if I was going to rate this episode on the patent pending shitometer, I would give it a 69. Not only because it's funny, because it's herogasm, but because this episode was a little lacking, in my opinion.
Really?
Listen, not to jump ahead to favorite scenes, but as we're jumping ahead to favorite scenes here, I mean, the Homelander versus Butcher versus Soldier Boy, that's a top flight, probably top 5 scene in the entire of the series, right?
Yep.
I could go without the herogasm part of it. I don't know. I feel like the show does a lot of things to really push the envelope, and I don't know. I don't want to say I felt like it was distasteful, because it's certainly my kind of humor, but I just thought it was maybe a little too much. Maybe it was a little on the nose.
On the nose or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that was kind of the point, though.
I agree. And look, there were some funny parts to it. I mean, obviously, fucking opening that door and just getting fucking blasted with meat sauce. I mean, that's an all-timer. It was hilarious.
I need to go to the bathroom right now.
Well, yeah, because he gets brushed up against a termite, and he's like,
what is this? What is on me?
What is this? Oh my god, I gotta get to a bathroom. They open the door, and he just gets blasted, probably by love sausage, I would have to assume.
I don't know.
God.
It's just it's just so bad.
He is covered like from the waist up.
And then, somebody was covered from the waist down, the deep over there in that octopus, like that was brutality. And the stuff he was saying, I don't want to repeat, but it was, he was enjoying himself.
You want to repeat it?
He was definitely enjoying himself. And
look, there's never a bad episode of this show, but there was just some parts where I was just like,
But dude, what about when Starlight was saying how good MM was at Cunnilingus? And she was like, he just gets up in there and just num num num, and then Love Sausage is like, oh, very good. Okay, you come in.
I like that name.
I like that name. Yes.
And that was it. And for those not remembering, that's the second time that MM has met the Love Sausage. I guess Love Sausage didn't remember that.
Yeah. No, actually, he said, "Don't I know you?" I think he said that.
Yeah, well, he said it, but it wasn't. He didn't confirm.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I didn't even think that really. I know it was there for shock value and stuff, but I don't think that really didn't take away from all the other story arcs and stuff that happened throughout the episode. That was kind of just the background noise.
This is I felt like one of the good scenes in this in the middle of all of this mess was Huey confronting A-Train.
Yes, that was really good.
Because it's in that moment, like we talked about it last week, when Blue Hawk gave that shit speech that he gave. And it's basically almost verbatim the same speech that A-Train gave concerning blowing up Huey's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And when he confronts A-Train, that's when I felt like that's when it hit A-Train. He goes you never apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then he punched the shit out of him.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "How the fuck did you do that?"
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if A-Train died at the end. But you know,
I think that motherfucker's dead.
I don't think he's dead. He's been a
guy on screen.
He's been a central. We didn't actually see him die, right? We saw the camera fade out, so that doesn't mean the same thing.
I mean, look, to your point, that's true. I'm gonna go with he's dead.
I'm surprised that neither Kimiko or Frenchy died this episode. I thought that was like a given to happen, but they may be saving that for a later time.
I don't feel like they're going to kill a main character until like one of the last 2 episodes. If that's the thing, like I don't think they would waste that on a mid-season. Personally,
yeah, that's probably true. I mean, look, they killed Termite though.
Oh man, he got squished.
Yeah, he did.
So what's up, Josh?
I want to talk about the fight.
Okay.
So, like, starting off with Homelander versus Soldier Boy, like, very, very good fight. Going back and forth. Shades of Iron Man versus Captain America.
Yes.
Right? Just a little bit, and how they're going back. I didn't know, like, I knew he was, like, Soup Butcher, but at the same time, like, you know, Homelander's been a soup all his life. Butcher's been a soup, like, 3 times. And I was surprised to see that Butcher was kind of up to the task. As much as he was in fighting Homelander, and then with Huey coming in as well, being good as well. But the Butcher addition to that fight, I thought was really, really good.
Yeah.
The Butcher Homelander sequence of events that have taken place this season have been just fantastic, because they're like, dude, when it comes down to it, like we both know we want to kill each other, but we want to do it like fire and brimstone. Like, we want this to be like epic. And Homelander's like cool with it. Like, he's like, I would rather have it no other way. And Butcher's like, oh well, shit, you're turning me on. Let's do this.
Yeah,
when you get that moment where Butcher intervenes, like, you're just like, holy shit, here we go.
I'm pretty sure this show has to end either the penultimate or the final episode of the entire show. It's got to be Butcher versus Homelander 1v1, right? Like,
got to.
I mean, at this point,
yeah.
I hope so.
You would think, right? But you know what? I was surprised that Soldier Boy. I think he'd have lost that fight had Butcher not intervened, for sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Soldier Boy was overconfident.
Yeah, I
and
think
allowed himself to get compromised.
Yes.
In that fight, I don't think that happens next time. But I don't think we're long term for having Soldier Boy in the show.
Yeah, I think Soldier Boy dies at the end of the season, 100%. Like. I just don't think you can keep him around,
right?
Unless my prediction comes through and he turns on the group. But man, if he turns, like, the heroes are fucked. Like, they're
going to be in bad shape. Yeah.
You're going to need a lot of temp V.
So I mean, I don't even know where to begin with favorite scenes. Like, other than the fight, like, a fight is for sure, like, that's an auto include, right? But
the
I also had
is pretty epic. When her and Frenchy, Frenchy's tied up. Sherry is pretty much indisposed, and Kimiko does work
without powers.
Yeah, and I mean it's brutal.
I mean, she cuts that dude's fucking neck.
Yeah,
and then stabs the other guy, I guess, in the chest with a pin
multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, this show is really, really brutal.
I feel like, again, the story between Frenchy and Kimiko is a great story. Like, it's one of those stories where they obviously have feelings for each other, yet we haven't had any sex, no making out, no.
They kissed. Nothing. What are you talking about? They kissed.
Yeah, it was a peck on the lips. What I'm saying is, like, as much
otherwise known as a kiss.
Yeah, as much as we will talk about, say, the gratuitous sex, violence, the orgy, etc., like you have a great like chemistry and love story brewing, in which there hasn't been anything gratuitous about it. I just think it's interesting that you have this going on in a show in which like sex and violence are like on every other scene.
Yeah.
I had
go ahead.
I was gonna move on to a different scene unless you wanted to say something about that one.
No, I don't. I'm good.
I was gonna talk about Starlight quitting.
I thought that was awesome.
Pipe bomb.
Yeah. So she kind of pulls the curtain back a little bit, kind of blows up Vought, blows up the Seven, and then just straight up quits.
Yeah, I was not.
So what does that mean? I don't know.
I don't know either, and I didn't expect that, honestly. Like, because I don't get the impression that they're going to be able to like pull her back into the fold, right? Like, unless something like
unless Homelander dies or leaves.
Like, how can you do that, right? Like she put it all out there. I don't think that she's going back to the Seven. Is this what finally pushes Homelander over the edge? Like, because he's going to get all kinds of questions, though, right?
Yep.
So this is a game changer, and 2 episodes left. I think a lot could happen. A lot could happen.
Yeah, me and Dave were talking about this. Another thing that makes this show so great is that you can have this show happen. This episode happened. There's only 2 episodes left, and I have no fucking clue what's going to happen.
Oh, dude, yeah. I don't even think I'm going to make any predictions. Like, honestly, there's just like, it's futile. Like, at this point, I have no clue. I
actually have a prediction for later, and that's not my forte.
Right. Oh, that's good.
All right, look at you.
This is not really a favorite scene, but it's something that was just funny that happened when TNT go to like use their powers for the first time, and they've been arguing forever, and they're like hold my hand, like just do it, you want to die, and then it's like it's just like and just and then Soldier Boy just eradicates them, and everything in the house, right? But I just wanted to point that out because that was awesome.
Yeah. So best death, there's a clear winner, but I just wanted to give a little honorable mention to Termite. It was nice to see Termite again, but man, he got squished under the boot of Homelander.
But it's a Blue Hawk sweep.
Oh my God, bruh. I mean, hey,
one he's deserving.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So it's satisfying on that front, and 2, like that, because he's a soup. He's probably survived longer than like an average person
probably
would.
Have, yeah.
So but God, dude, he was just a mess at the end of all that. He was like
I
nothing.
Thought that was a clever way because in my head I'm trying to think like how is A-Train going to handle this, and I just thought it was going to be like
punching him really fast.
I thought it was going to be making use of his speed, but not that way. And I just thought that was clever. Yes. I'm sure there's some, I don't know, in my head there's some racial undertone to that. Just from like being like dragged and lynched and things like that, right? So I think that plays into it as well. So also just kind of like just clever.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad we closed the book on Blue Hawk, and because he ain't coming back. I mean,
no, he's fucking super dead.
Yeah, he's really really dead.
I hope A-Train is not dead.
I don't think he's dead.
I would not be surprised if he is. Like I'm curious, like if he's not dead.
I don't think they're gonna let any of these soups go out like that. Especially these guys that have caused like all this pain. I think this show is so far has done a good job of allowing you to like really just bathe in those kills, right? Like whenever I can't remember her character name, but when Elizabeth Shue, the original person that was running Vought and was kind of the handler for Homelander, whenever he just like torched her face.
Milk maker.
Yeah. Like very satisfying.
Yes.
To see that death, right? So I think the show is going to do a good job over time of like whenever A-Train finally does die, I think it's going to be satisfying. Sounds so bad, but it just is what it is with this show.
Yes.
Like it's going to be very fulfilling.
Yes. And probably brutal. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah. What about favorite characters?
I mean,
I'm going to try and think of somebody that's not named Homelander.
Yeah. I have somebody that's not Homelander this week. Jason, you were talking about this earlier, and you're talking about the relationship between Kimiko and Frenchy. I went with Kimiko this week.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a cool story. You know, doing it without the powers. I thought that was a nice touch. You know, look, she's had a good season this year as well. You know, I think she's one of the standouts for sure.
I think she's like a sneaky runner-up for MVP of this season. Like
that's why she ended up. Yeah.
For her character, I mean, look, there's a chance for sure. I agree. You know, for a character that doesn't speak, right? Like she has a lot of depth to her character, which is crazy. Are
they building her up this season just to kill her?
See, that's kind of how I feel. I just feel like that doesn't. I don't think they would kill her, but it wouldn't surprise me either.
And it's the exact reason why I think they do, because they're just building so much sympathy and warm feelings, and like everybody's just like, man, this is really getting good with her. Is she going to get her powers back? And then
her and Frenchy are going to run away and live together.
Look, they could do a spoiler. They could do a Jon Snow situation, and she dies at the end of this season. And then at the very beginning of next season, her powers return and she revives.
Maybe.
So
I'm on that season right now in Game of Thrones. I'm on the season where he becomes Lord Commander.
It's so good. We can't trail off. We can't trail off.
Yeah. True.
So favorite character, man. It's almost like I'm going to pick this person almost because it's like they're not my favorite, but it's almost like watching a car crash because I know that they're going to it's like things are going to end badly, and that's Huey. Like I think Huey is 100%. I am 100% convinced Huey is going to take permanent V at this point. Like there is no chance that's what he's got.
Exactly. And he is just like he's burning every bridge.
Oh, yeah. His relationship with Starlight is done.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's probably not done, but it's done for now.
Yeah, and I think to what Dave said, I think he is the one that's of the players that we've seen take the temp V. He's the one that seems to be getting the biggest rush.
Yeah.
As far as my favorite character and not being Homelander, I'm gonna go with MM. Even though he took the money shot, we finally really get a deep dive of the pieces being put together of what happened to his family.
Yep.
And he doesn't have any powers, and it doesn't matter. Like he wants to die fighting or trying to kill Soldier Boy,
and we saw how that would have probably went.
Yeah, he drops that canister. Soldier Boy picks it up and just takes a big drag from it. He blows it out. He's like, "What do you think was going to happen?"
Yeah. So
that was a good scene.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Josh, you're dumb. This episode's not a 69. Don't be stupid.
Oh, that's not, bro. I just went with the 69 for the sexual overtones, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. What else? What do we got?
Least favorite character? Easy for me, the Deep. God, he sucks. He's annoying.
That is a pretty good pick. Like the dude is God, he's terrible. Like
okay, look, you convinced me, Josh. 100%. I was gonna go with some random obscure thing. Like it's the Deep. It's 100% the Deep. He's a fucking douchebag. I mean, the dude's getting blowjobs from octopus. Like, octopi, whatever. That is brutal.
Look, it's hard not to go with the deep because, like, his character is such a waste of space.
Just do it. Just pull the trigger.
Just make it a deep sweep.
A deep sweep.
It's a sweep.
It's a deep sweep. That is so dumb, but I love it.
There we go. There we go.
If he had a sound like a music album, the character, would it be called The Deep Cut?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Issues. Yeah, right. There's no issues in this show.
Okay. I actually have a very small issue.
Oh, God.
I know. And it's only because the first time in the entire series, I feel like they haven't done a great job of telling us like how much time has passed over the course of this season. So my it leads into the one issue that I have, and maybe you guys disagree, but does it feel like Homelander is cracking under the CEO job like a little too quickly?
Well, no. I think he was already a little strained going into it.
Yeah,
and I agree with that. But it's just like they sit there and they're watching this footage, and it's Soldier Boy, and he's like, "Oh my god, what am I gonna do? What the fuck am I gonna do?" And he's like panicking.
Jason, the guy is a schizophrenic and a psychopath.
I know, but
I don't think it takes much. Like
I know, but and again, maybe I'm nitpicking, but it just feels like he just became CEO like 2 days before, and now all of a sudden he's like, my ratings are gonna tank.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say it hasn't been just 2 days.
Oh, like, I agree. I just said like for the first time for this show, we've kind of not had like how much time has passed.
Well, I mean, they went to Russia and they came back. Like that probably is a few days happened in that alone, right?
Well, I'm just saying as far as like for him to like freak out on the share prices, the stockholders, where my rating's going to go if there's no Vought, there's no me. I just felt like it was a little rushed based on the time frame that feels like we passed. That's it.
Look, man, winners keep score. That's all I tell you.
Yeah.
Nitpick. Yeah, I'll take it.
Prediction, all Josh. Right. Let's hear it.
I do have a question and I have a prediction. You want to do question or prediction?
Question first.
Okay, where the fuck is Black Noir?
That's a good question. Oh, okay. So I actually had a question. I'm glad you brought that up because in my opinion, there's only two things that Black Noir is doing right now. One, he is the one who sold out Soldier Boy and is on the run. Or two, Soldier Boy is his boy. Fuck Homelander. Take this chip out. I'm gonna go hook up with my buddy.
I mean, I think it's either going to be a team up of Homelander and Soldier Boy, or a team up of Soldier Boy and a clone of Homelander. Either way, we're in good space here.
We've already seen his face.
Yeah, they added a little extra pigment,
Okay.
To the mix. Okay, so
I don't know these guys.
Prediction wise. Okay, so Starlight quits, okay?
Yes.
Homelander's going to be pissed off. Who's he going to take this out on?
Okay, well, if A-Train is incapacitated, it can't be him. Unless he's like, he has to go visit A-Train in the hospital and just fucking kills him in his hospital bed. And he calls him like a fat fuck and he shouldn't have eaten all those donuts or whatever.
All right, that's not who I'm thinking.
Ashley.
Okay.
I'm thinking CEO Ashley. He's going to take this out on CEO Ashley, okay? And so then we're going to need a new CEO for the company. And in steps the Deep's wife.
That's solid.
That is not bad.
Dude, what if this is how Ashley dies? She's been pulling her hair.
Yeah.
What if like Homelander sees her pull her hair and he's like, I've just been really tired of seeing you do this. And he grabs her hair and he goes, boop, and just yanks her to the fucking ground. Or just
rips her head off?
Yeah.
Just scalps her right there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The only...
that made me uncomfortable.
Like I said, as far as Black Noir, I think he is on the run. Like, I think he is like, I'm not fucking around with Soldier Boy. I didn't sign up for this shit. I was part of the group that sold him out. I think he's on the lam until Soldier Boy is probably killed.
Josh, I'm piggybacking on your prediction or your question about Black Noir. My prediction: Black Noir will speak. Now, obviously, we saw him speak. In the flashback.
What does he say?
I have no idea, but I'm just saying he is going to take off the mask. Like, he's going to take off the mask again, and we're going to see.
And it's not going to be Homelander.
No.
And he's going to be like, bro, I should have worn the mask all those years ago.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, so the only prediction I have is and I've had this for a little while, I think Starlight is way more powerful than I think she realizes. Because she keeps getting put in these situations where not just Homelander, but other superheroes have kind of just brushed her off as being like not very powerful.
Maybe a gimmick.
And then the whole Huey Starlight thing where he's like, I have to, you don't always have to protect me, blah, blah, blah. Right.
And I think she's been told multiple times, and in this episode, I think Homelander, like, calm down. We know how this ends. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, maybe she's like, the Scarlet Witch. Like, she was shit in all the other Marvel movies, and we didn't watch WandaVision, and now all of a sudden she's like a fucking god. That's my big prediction.
I think we'll see. I think she's going to do something pretty big here in the next 2 episodes. Now that she quit, she's kind of a free agent, right? She can. Yeah, she's got there's nothing restricting her.
Big target on her back right now. I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know. I don't think Homelander can overtly just kill her. Huey and her being separated now doesn't make Huey leverage. So it's going to be interesting to see how Homelander plays this out. I think you're both right. I think he panics, and I don't know exactly where we go from there.
Do we think so? In the next couple episodes, maybe I'm sure we get another interaction between Soldier Boy and Homelander. Do we think MM is going to Star-Lord this thing and like fuck it up?
Potentially.
Like Soldier Boy is going to have Homelander like dead to rights, and MM's going to see this as his opportunity to try and take down fucking Soldier Boy, and he's going to fuck it up.
Do you think MM takes Temp V and then thinks his powers are going to be really good, and then they end up being super garbage?
He throws just a big old fat cock at this guy.
And kills him.
I don't know, man. I feel like you could be right. I feel like that would be the perfect scenario for MM to interject and then save Homelander's life.
They do a swerve. We don't see MM take the Temp V on screen. MM tries to face Soldier Boy again, but this time Butcher isn't around. We think Soldier Boy just fucking kills MM, but then he gets up.
Yeah.
I like it.
We think so. Me and Dave are kind of both on the same wagon here for Huey becoming a permanent soup. Do we think that happens by the end of the season?
Yes.
If it's going to happen, I think yes.
All right.
I think it'll be interesting.
Well, we will find out.
I wish this next episode was up already because I want to go watch it.
Yeah, it'll be up. It'll be up.
Couple days.
Yeah, Thursday evening, right? Yes, Thursday evening. But we'll see. So, we've successfully completed another podcast. Until next time, thank you everybody for joining.
Long and prosper.
Later.